Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. We're looking at Psalm 136. If there's one thing you need to remember, and it's easy to remember about this psalm, is for his mercy endures forever. If anyone ever says, what's in Psalm 136? You can say, for his mercy endures forever. You know, this is such a beautiful psalm as it describes from creation the history of Israel all the way through to the time of the judges in the last verses of this chapter. But it also describes our spiritual journey as believers, as followers of Jesus Christ. If there's one thing we need to keep in our mind all the time, it is the God of heaven that gives us the breath of life. He gives us hearts that beat. He gives us a mind that thinks. We are totally, absolutely dependent upon Him for our very breath, life, and heartbeat, and the fact that we can exist in this beautiful world and creation that He has given us. And so, number one, the psalmist points out our Creator who brought us forth into this world, and the nation of Israel also. And then we notice in verse 10, He's also our Redeemer. Because of sin, we have been put in bondage to sin. But like the nation of Israel in the bondage of Egypt, He brought out Egypt from among them because His mercy endures forever. All about His mercy. Now, we're down to verse 13 as we study this chapter, and here we see not only is He our Creator, He's our Redeemer, He is our Shepherd. He brings us through the tough times. Notice verse 13. To Him who divided the Red Sea in two, for His mercy endures forever, and made Israel pass through the midst of it, for His mercy endures forever, but overthrew Pharaoh and his army in the Red Sea, for His mercy endures forever. To Him who led His people through the wilderness, for His mercy endures forever. And so you see how the Lord not only redeemed His people, but you might remember when they crossed the Red Sea, it was God who did one of the great miracles of all history, dividing the sea, letting the people walk through on dry land, at the same time destroying the armies of Pharaoh when they tried to follow them in that sea. And you remember how they went from the Red Sea to Mount Sinai, where Moses spent almost a year, maybe plus, getting the law from God, getting instructions to build the tabernacle, telling the people who God is and what God expects of them, and giving them that place of worship before they were ready to enter the promised land, the land of Canaan, where they were headed for. They needed to be a worshiping people. And you know what happened when they got to Kadesh Barnea? They rebelled against the word of God. They said, there's giants, they'll destroy us, it's better that we're back in Egypt. And because of their unbelief, they ended up having to wander in the wilderness for another 38 years. Well, my friend, what a description of you and me in the wilderness journey of life. As we go through the wilderness of sin, it's actually even called in places, we have to deal with major issues. And it's because of our unbelief we do not have the rest we need and should enjoy, even in this journey, in Jesus Christ. Hebrews chapter 1, chapters 1 through 4. And that's why they couldn't enter. My friend, He is our shepherd. And that's what it says in verse 16, who led His people through the wilderness, for His mercy endures forever. Yes, no matter what we go through, no matter what we face, He is our shepherd. Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You can trust Him. So today, as we look at our spiritual journey, where are you? Maybe you're right now in the midst of this wilderness journey and you feel oppressed, depressed. You feel like you're not worthy of God. Well, you know what? The tabernacle was still there. The Shekinah glory cloud was still over the tabernacle. The presence of God was in the midst of His people. And if we just look to that cloud, look to heaven, look to Jesus Christ, He is God's glory, and we can be reminded our shepherd is with us. He'll help us deal with every issue that we have. Trust Him today, and I'll guarantee you He will lead you through the wilderness that you're going through. God bless you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.